My hot seat is PFT and I. We are going to be driving through one of the largest storms we've seen, snowstorms, these next couple of days. I'm excited. Road warrior mentality. I think in order to get off to a good start, we have to.
Did you guys hear this? You hear what he's already doing?
What?
Like Billy's getting into war mode in a car.
Yeah.
No, we're
Against snow.
Yeah.
It's the perfect storm.
Well,
We're
it's
going
not real.
You know what happens in the perfect storm? The
We
thing
drive
crashes
into
and
the
everyone
storm.
dies.
They die. You
No.
didn't see the end of the movie.
They get over that wave, right?
Yeah, but
And then they die
And then
because of
they
that
die.
giant wave.
Yeah, but guess what? We're not soft like that.
Yeah, okay.
We're
so
going through the storm, and it's gonna be sick.
where's the storm going to hit us?
The storm starts tonight, and it's moving eastward from the Rocky Mountains. So we're gonna be driving right through it, and we're gonna eclipse it probably Wednesday night. Or
So Billy's already talking about just skipping the first night and just driving through it and driving all the
well,
way
we're
to
not
Cincinnati.
skipping.
We're
Yeah.
pretty much skipping the first.
Okay, so
The
let's.
first night, Bill. You know what's going? I'm gonna
I
fall
would-
asleep.
That's a smart
I'm gonna
idea.
fall asleep.
It is a smart
and
idea.
I'm gonna
Just get
wake
as
up.
much out of it as in the beginning.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and Billy's gonna have us in a trucker caravan up in Ontario.
Well,
Why would we
The
in
thing
Canada?
is, he's actually not that. It's a smart idea by Billy because the alternative plan was you guys were gonna go from Pittsburgh to Cincinnati to Memphis with like a 4-hour stop in Cincinnati all in one day, which does not add up. Just like
we're
on
not
paper.
going to make it to the Bass Pro Shop
Right.
Pyramid in time. I'm saying we gun it first night, not stop in
I'm
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Just go straight to Cincinnati. I'll drive it. The East Coast is the hardest block. If we get through that,
The
smooth
problem
sailing.
with this
Making a lot of
is
sense.
the problem is if we just go through the first night, then we're already behind on our sleep after night one.
you can
Bro,
you can
it's
sleep.
the fucking road
You
life.
can
This is what
sleep.
you wanted.
Yeah.
You know
want
why
that.
I
No, I
wanna do
wanted
this?
a normal 4-day road trip where we're driving 10 hours.
None
a day.
of this is
Now
normal.
we're driving
this is
like
not
16
normal.
hours at
this
a time.
This is
I'm
crisis
enjoying the hell
fuel.
out of
This
this
is
now.
chocolate milk and Red Bull. This is
the two worst planners
We're making
on
moves.
the podcast putting this
This is
together.
what we
I'm
do.
actually
It's
a great planner. I mapped this entire thing out.
but now that it's
Billy's
Cincinnati,
just-
Concept of time.
Right.
Billy's-
Time doesn't really exist.
but the
in
thing
your
is, we're
brain
not
sometimes.
going to.
When have I been late for anything?
No, that's
We're-
not what it is. It's more like we'll stop here, 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 and here, and then we'll be here, and then we'll stop here for 4 hours, and then you like add it all up, and it's like I added it with Billy
Yeah.
today, and it's like you won't get to the Bass Pro Shop till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That's that
So-
concept of time.
In order to have fun, like in order to enjoy Bass Pro Shop, we gotta
Right.
go hard to Cincinnati
Right.
the first night.
You gotta have one hard day of like
Right.
Yeah.
long drive.
They're
Because
all
I'll
hard.
stay out of it. I'm
Otherwise-
just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
That-
fun to watch.
Because
I
if
will
we
also
stop,
stay.
if we end up stopping in Pittsburgh, then we wake up the next Thursday morning, and I'm down to like wake up at 5, even though we're gonna probably get to Pittsburgh late at night. Like then we're gonna have to drive to Cincinnati. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be 10 or 11. Then we do our whole thing. Whereas we could just go straight to Cincinnati, roll up probably 3 a.m., get like 6 hours of sleep, 9 o'clock, do what we gotta do in Cincinnati, get on the road by hopefully 1 or
Sounds
2.
like Billy's
then we
taking
hit
alpha of
Memphis.
this road trip.
No. All right. Here's the problem, Billy.
The problem is
The problem is I don't want to start the entire fucking cross country road trip with 6 hours of sleep,
awesome.
waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to throw off the entire rest of our trip.
No, it's not.
We're not going to have fun at
I
the
will
Bass
let
Pro
you
Shop
sleep.
Pyramid.
You can sleep.
You're
I'll
not going
do-
to be able to eat the big steak that you wanted to
I'm
eat.
gonna eat the big ass steak on 6 hours of sleep.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
guys will
am.
figure
You
it
need
out.
you need your rest.
You don't need. So look,
Does anybody in Cincinnati have any meth to
It's
sell
about
us?
the
so that we can
memories you
stay
make
awake?
along the
Yeah,
way.
you guys are
Time
off to a
doesn't
good
matter.
start.
we're gonna go hard. If I will do the driving, I will pick you up where we're going and drive straight to Cincinnati that first night. You can sleep in a reclined front seat.
I'm not going to allow myself to fall asleep because I'll be like, Billy will kill us all.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
you guys will figure this out. It'll
no.
be
It's
fine.
gonna be.
Yeah. it'll
If
be
we
fine.
don't, and the thing is, if we're late the first day, second day, we're not gonna do anything fun. We're gonna get to Bass Pro Shop
Billy
way too
is
late.
making some sense.
We're not going to be able to eat the barbecue there and sit on the top of the pyramid and look at Memphis in all its glory.
That sounds lovely.
And then we're going to be late because then we're all of our time in the cool spots is going to be in the morning, not when we should be dining and, talking about planning out our next trip, like throughout the, like checking on the weather.
All right, so my hot seat is me.
I'd put you
for
on the
this
hot seat
next
already.
week. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. This is I may have bit off more than I can chew.
This is,
Well,
It'll be fine.
we're
Not
road
to-
warriors.
I was the one who told Billy that this made no sense, but he has now realized that. We sat down this morning. I was like, you guys, there's time you guys have like days that should be like 40-hour days, but you're trying to get. It made no sense.
No, because I think Billy probably embellished some things that we were going to do during the day. The only
no,
thing.
no. It was simply like if you woke up in Pittsburgh at 7 a.m. and you drove to Cincinnati, and then you were in Cincinnati for 3 or 4 hours, and then you drove.
That's the thing. We're not going to be in Cincinnati for 3 hours.
Well, we're going to do the podcast. You want to go eat chili. You want to go see.
We were going to buy chili.
You would have been there
That's
for
rubbing
3 or 4
time.
hours.
There's rollover time between doing all that.
And then
stuff.
going to Memphis, you would have gotten there at midnight, and I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I rather go hard. I want to just get to Bass Pro Shop so we can enjoy it.
I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything to you this morning, Billy.
No,
I'm trying to get you guys to enjoy it, but like that.
I think it'll, like, it's gonna be fun.
Billy, I don't think that we go all the way to Cincinnati night one. I think we split the difference.
I think. Look, I wanted to mention this because this is airing
No, we're
tomorrow
not getting
morning.
to the storm until the next day.
Well, you said maybe Wednesday night, right?
It's probably we might not be able to drive early on Thursday because of the storm. So we're better off going. I'm just saying we got to go pedal to the metal. We're road warriors.
I need to write a will.
If you're not ready to be a road warrior, then I don't know.
I'm gonna write a fucking will,
dude.
We're in a
don't
Chevy
worry.
Silverado. It's one of the
He's
safest
gonna go
trucks.
war mode against the snow. What?
You should
nothing
write a
ever
will,
bad
Bill,
has
'cause
happened in a epic snowstorm on the highway.
I'm probably gonna kill Billy.
No, this is
Volume
this
4?
is
Mm-hmm.
this is how we got to do it.
All right.
All right, what's your cool throne, Billy?
My cool throne is
We're gonna there is gonna be a camera guy that's gonna film everything.
Yeah.
I've told him to just film.
Well, it's
you
gonna
guys
mostly be just
constantly.
Billy
Let's just-
driving.
So-
through the
Okay,
night
we're
and
gonna
Nick is
drive.
sleeping.
I would like to. So Pittsburgh's the place we can't stop on the way to Cincinnati. So at around like
Rock,
11
paper, scissors, shoot
p.m.
for it.
Yeah.
11 p.m. we'll be like, are we going or are we not? And I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Full
full
send
moment.
moment.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there we go. Jinx,
Yes,
jinx.
it's gonna be a full send
Damn,
moment.
I should have gone on this road trip with you. Billy.
Yeah, dude.
I would have driven right through the night.
Exactly.
Road warriors.
I don't have a problem.
Road dogs.
It's so easy.
Road
to say.
dogs. Shout out the
It's so
road
easy to
dogs.
say that.
Dogs.
Road
Me and Billy.
dogs.
Yeah, baby. Me and
I'm
Billy.
fine
Road
with driving
dogs.
through the night. I am.
We're
But
not even driving through the
not
night.
all the
It's
way
not
through
even
the
through
night.
the
No, not all. Just till like 3 a.m. when we get to Cincinnati. Then we crash because we're tired as fuck.
Right.
Then we sleep
Chill out.
6, and it's gonna be like a light sleep because we're
I
so
was mostly
razzled.
concerned
Quick
because I got a text from Billy this morning, be like, "Hey, change of plans. I think we should just drive all the way and skip the first night of sleep."
Road
It's not.
dogs.
I didn't know that that the back channels were happening.
There's not back
where
channels.
there's reason.
Yeah, the
yeah,
back
there's
channels
back
did
channels.
kinda-
There's not
There
back
were
channels.
back channels.
There's not.
Invaded.
No,
Big
this
Cat,
was
Big
not.
Cat is submarining this
No,
road trip.
No, it's
so-
not.
Behind
it's
the
not.
scenes.
Yeah.
It's not.
So
I'm
I
Mhm.
literally told Billy because I know your brain, PFT. Time doesn't exist sometimes with you. So like your planning brain isn't reality. And Billy told me the beginning of the trip, and I was like, those hours don't add up. And then he looked at me, he's like, yeah, you're kind of right. I was like, okay.
And look, I did not think about this too much.
They
till
literally
this
don't add
morning.
up.
I think the whole 3 hours in Cincinnati was overblown.
We got to tape
but
a
it's
podcast,
gonna be 3 hours
and
in
you wanted
Cincinnati.
to see.
And the thing is,
you
there's
were talking about going to like making stops at people's houses for Skyline.
the productivity. We're gonna have
Even if
much
you stop
more.
for 1 hour in Cincinnati, you won't get to the Bass Pro Shop till like 10 p.m.
We should say, if you're in Cincinnati, we might need a place to record the podcast.
Which is
Yeah.
what yeah.
And the thing, like, there's
Again,
a
that
lot of
was part of-
transactional, frictional time that was
Right.
going to be wasted, and we'll get much more. Like that 4 hours, if we stop in Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, there's going to be like that extra 30 minutes waiting for one another. Like, oh, can I
listen,
get
I'll-
you?
build in
I'm
time for
sorry.
workouts, Billy?
I shouldn't have been
Yeah.
involved. I'm oftentimes the realist on this podcast. I shouldn't have done
Whoa.
that. I am. I have to be the realist.
Whoa.
So I shouldn't have done that.
No,
you
but
guys do whatever you
look,
want. You can
people
have
are
fun.
probably-
That is
That's
cap.
I
That
am.
is cap.
I'm the one who's
People-
got to keep us
Barstool Big Cat.
realist. The
I
only
mean,
one.
Honestly, we should put a poll out tomorrow morning. So maybe
The
we'll
world
let
needs
the-
dreamers, man.
I know, but the world
Not
needs
rule
people to be like,
followers.
you can't drive 40 hours in a day and a half.
But the thing is, like, we can't like. We're not going to be able to enjoy the stops, and like, we don't have any good stops in Pittsburgh, so we shouldn't even stop there.
I mean, I'm enjoying this. This is awesome.
I want to, like, at the end of like these 12-hour driving days, like when we
Why
go.
don't we stop in Canton, spend the night at the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
There you
Maybe it's
go.
a night at
I
the
don't- I
museum
don't
where the
understand-
statues talk to each other.
I don't understand like why that extra 2 hours or 3 because it's only an extra 2 or 3 hours.
Think about this, PFT. Not to be devil's advocate,
No,
but
certainly not.
times of the essence. Every hour matters when you're on the road. You get to the hotel at 11 because you want to get your 10 hours of beauty sleep.
Beauty sleep. I need to
If
wake
you're
up
gonna
feeling
be
refreshed.
awake from 11 to 1 o'clock, because that's just like you're naturally awake. Like you're not gonna get to the hotel and pass out. Whereas if you drive till 3 or 4 a.m., you will just pass out.
Yeah,
Those
we're
extra 2 or 3 hours.
I'd rather not.
Make a
I'd rather not
difference.
err on the side of getting to a place where I'm like seconds away from passing out.
but you're gonna be sleeping.
Yeah,
I'm probably
you're
gonna
not
be
even driving.
driving because you
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
be driving.
You don't want to drive that late.
What do you mean I don't want to drive that
So
late?
why?
What am I 90?
You don't want to drive.
I can't
that
drive
late.
on a freeway.
You just
it's
said,
not safe to
you
drive
just
after
said,
sunset.
You just said, oh,
We'll stop for dinner at 4 p.m.
But what's the difference between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m.?
A massive difference.
Yeah, so you don't want to drive that late, so you can sleep.
All right, I'm
Look,
looking.
I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be sick.
Okay. The distance between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati is about 5 hours. You said it was 2 to 3 hours right there.
Right, but look at the difference
Wait, so
between
you-
going
so,
straight
all right,
to
so wait,
Cincinnati.
So you agree with me that I wasn't trying to undermine anything. I literally just looked at a map, which I don't think you had
but
done.
PFT,
No,
look,
I had looked at a map. I was telling Billy this morning that we
Yeah.
can stop in like Columbus.
Because
No,
I
no.
looked at the map, and that's the only reason
Look-
I said anything is because I was like,
if you look at the
looking at the map
difference,
and being like, this makes no sense.
but if you look at the difference between the time between here and Cincinnati and here to Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, it is shorter if we go straight to Cincinnati.
Oh, you guys will figure it out.
The thing is, we didn't really we had a whole different route until Cincinnati won, which we're very grateful for.
Very glad.
Who
Mhm.
day?
Very glad. It'll be a nice stop.
But like,
Big
look,
things planned.
look at the distance between here and
But
Cincinnati.
only under an hour.
No, an hour for the podcast, and then
This
15 minutes to
we're-
make the
you're
2 other
watching
stops.
it, yeah.
And then think
You're
about
watching
it.
it unfold.
Honestly, we're not thinking about the time after Skyline.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
bathroom
point.
stop.
Yeah,
Good
that's what I'm.
point, Billy.
Honestly, that was what I was thinking.
We might have to dipe up after
Because
that.
I'm gonna be eating a shit ton of Skyline. Because I'm trying to bulk for the I'm training for the big steak in Amarillo.
Yeah, that's true. He's training.
All right, so from New York to Cincinnati, it's 10 and a half hours.
Exactly.
But we're leaving at
Boom.
we're leaving at like
Easy.
3:34.
Right. So think about that. That's only like 1 a.m.
All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Wait,
Cincinnati won.
Full send.
What?
Full send.
That doesn't really add up. Well,
Yeah,
all right,
but
fine,
full
I won't.
send.
Yeah, you
Full
do
send-
have
full
to
send, Big
stop,
Cat.
and there's okay, all right.
Full sin.
I think
That's that's exactly what just happened. Exactly like what he's like.
Look.
He read the time and was like, "This is exactly how long it would take." It's like usually road trips takes a little bit longer.
I think on
Gas,
exactly
food,
February 5th, we
weather.
will be landing in Amarillo for the 72-ounce steak challenge, and that is a year to the day war mode occurred.
Boom. All right, that's perfect ending of that.